Hi guys! Escape to Explore here, Kasia and Dan.
So we just spent 2 months in Peru. So we are going to show you or tell you how much it actually costs to travel around for travel around Peru for 2 months. So we'll break it down for you: daily costs, weekly costs, monthly costs, how much we spent for food, how much we spent for accommodation, etc. We did the same for Colombia. So at the end of the video I'll link the Colombia cost video if you're interested in that as well. So what we're going to do is break it all down. We've got a spreadsheet which we keep. We've got all the paperwork on her phone. I'll put little pictures of our spreadsheet which we've put here, and it's got Kasia basically kept track of our costs every day, every little spend, like even
chewing gum,
yeah, or a few sols to a homeless guy on the street.
Literally
everything. We've added everything up, so this is the ultimate cost guide to Peru.
Keep watching our videos. On the end of the video we're gonna give you some tips how to save some money. Anyway, let's start. Yes,
let's start.
So we spent in Peru 63 days.
63 days. So we're going to say pretty much 2 months in Peru. A few more days when we spent in Colombia. So the reason for that is we got a bit tired because we rushed around Colombia quite quickly. So we were a little bit tired when we got to Peru. So we spent a lot more time in Peru just doing nothing.
Yes.
Yeah. So we had 4 days in Cusco after the jungle doing nothing. We had 4 days in Mancora doing nothing.
So 4 days in Chachapoyas doing nothing.
Exactly, we needed to relax and
Puno
rest.
as well. Yeah, actually we had probably 2 weeks we spent chilling.
Yeah.
Just pretty much going to nice restaurants, eating and spending money.
So yeah, at the end of the video we'll give you our total cost, weekly cost, monthly cost. So let's break it down by different spends. So for accommodation in Peru,
totally we spent £723.16. So on an average in 63 days worked out £11.47.
£11.47.
Not bad.
That's okay.
We didn't stay in hostels, but we didn't stay in any dorms.
Actually, once in Mancora, one party room.
Oh yeah, one night in a dorm.
And the rest were private rooms, a lot with private bathrooms, and £11.47 is what we spent on average, which is good.
For 2 people, not bad at all.
For 2 people, yeah. So that's really good price for accommodation. And none of the accommodation were terrible, bad.
Actually, they were nicer than in Colombia. Even the cheapest ones in Peru, which we were picking, they were still nicer than the cheapest one in Colombia.
Yeah.
But accommodations in Colombia were cheaper.
Yeah. So, but £11.47, not bad at all.
Yeah. Next one, very important, food.
Food. So this is what we spent on food.
So in Colombia we eat a lot of street food. This time around in Peru we started with street food. Then we went all to restaurants.
No, we went, menus of the day we did quite a lot of in restaurants. Yeah.
Actually, we did a lot of menus of the day.
Menus of the day is like a main, soup, a main and a drink for 8, 9, 10 soles. Very cheap.
We a little bit overdid it, we couldn't eat those anymore.
Yeah, we had so much, towards the end we're like, okay, we need pizza now.
Yeah.
Or we need burger and chips now, something like that. So overall, the cost on food,
£886.36.
And daily that will come to
£14.06.
£14.06. So that's about £7 each on average per day. £7 for food a day.
We had few places with kitchen, but not many.
Yeah.
When we did have a kitchen, we did try to cook pasta with veggies, go cheaper, definitely. But this is mainly eating out, really.
Yeah, so £14.06, £7.03 each per day in Peru. Not bad, not expensive really when you think about it.
Yeah.
It's quite cheap. So we're going to move on to extras. So you explain what extras are.
Extras is everything from soap, body wash to I actually put tours on extras as well.
Souvenirs, stuff like that.
Yes, clothes or anything.
Yes, so anything like that.
So we spent £706.33. So on a daily it was £11.21, and that's including that $400 of Amazon.
That's including Amazon. So
Yeah.
Amazon is more than half of that cost there.
Yeah. All
Okay.
of it was in extras. Yeah.
All in extras. Okay, so yeah, so £11.21, including that the big Amazon tour we did for about
And
400.
that was the boat ride in Paracas, the buggies, the organized trip to
You got the Molestes Islands.
the organized trip from Nazca to the who's the graveyard? What's that?
Chowchilla Cemetery.
Just the organized things.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all the extras. So next
And
we're going to do transport.
Transport. So at first we moved quite fast in Peru. So we spent 800 £1 and 60 pence, on average £12.72 a day. So we booked up north. We found the buses quite expensive, and the problem was with north and even Lima. Every bus station was in different place. In some
Yeah, so each
cities.
company had their own like bus terminal.
So it was easier for us to actually buy the bus ticket online, and they were much more expensive.
Yeah, exactly, on Redbus. So we recommend maybe
If you can turn up to the bus station, go to the bus station, because you will
book in
find
person.
book in person.
Mhm.
And up north, definitely the buses were more expensive than down
Yes.
south. Much more, actually
Very
much
expensive.
more. Yes.
Very expensive. That contributed to a high cost on the transport.
Yeah,
The buses
north.
up north.
Yes.
Yeah, so that really cost us. So that's by £12.72 on average per day. That's what it cost us for transport. And then the last one.
Is entries, £78.16.
Not much.
So £1.24 a day, not a lot. That's like the Quella entry,
Quella.
any museums, any cathedrals and
The
places.
Nazca viewpoint.
Yes, all of those, they all entries. So that's all.
Entries to museums, different archaeological sites which we went to quite a lot of, especially up north. So that's not expensive at all.
And then I wanted to tell you our cheapest. I had a little look on our cheapest accommodation. It actually was £6 for a private room with a bathroom. I don't remember where it was actually. Maybe Arequipa
I think it might be Juarez.
or maybe Juarez.
Juarez, we had a very cheap accommodation
Yeah.
with breakfast. And a
But we
private
had
bathroom.
actually quite a few for £6.
Mhm.
Yes. So that was the cheapest accommodation in Peru we had for 2 people. I think that's really
For a
cheap.
private room,
And it
£6.
was quite a few days, quite a few accommodations we had for
Mhm.
that price. Then our cheapest food day, £4, and believe it or not, as well, we had quite a few of those.
Yep.
At least like 5 or 6.
I mean, when we do
Or maybe-
menu of the day, street food, you're going to eat cheap like that,
Yeah.
to be honest.
And on the buses, sometimes you're not really hungry.
Exactly, so you have breakfast and lunch, or you have breakfast included in the hotel, and then you have a big lunch, and then you're on the bus and you just fall asleep. So
Yeah.
that could be a reason for the cheap food days. So,
Now let's.
so we're going to give you our totals, and then we're going to give you a few tips on how to save a bit of money in Peru.
So in 63 days, we spent in total £3,195 and 61 pence.
And what we spent daily was £50 and 73 pence. So that's our daily average in Peru. £50 for 73 pence for a couple. So
Not
everything
bad.
we said is for a couple.
Our budget was £48 something.
So
So
we're
we were-
slightly over budget. I say we did. Towards the end, we did let it go a little bit with food.
Yeah.
But
I think in Puno we had pizza 3 days in a row.
there was an offer on
But-
pizza, 2 medium pizzas for $28.
But for a month and a half, we had menu of the day twice a day in different restaurants. We really liked it, but we didn't realize.
So you do get fed up for that long.
overdo it. We overdid it.
Mhm. So that's for a couple. So maybe a solo traveller, maybe £30-35
Yeah.
you could do on a daily average. I'd say about £35 maybe. We said the same in Colombia, on our Colombia cost of backpacking. If you're a big partier, a big drinker, your budget's going to go
Yeah.
up. It's going to be a lot higher than that. So if you're planning to party a lot and drink a lot, maybe a solo traveller will be about £50 a day, or a couple will be about, I don't know, 60, 65 a day. If
But
not more.
our budget actually includes quite a few drinks we
We
had.
had a few, not over the
Yeah,
top
we
though.
had
We
a
didn't go that
few
crazy.
bottles of rum.
Oh, in
Yeah.
Paracas, in Mancora is the place where we drank really, mostly.
Yeah,
That's
actually,
about it,
yes.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, we didn't drink that much. We had beers here and there.
And
And
actually,
Valentine's Day we had a nice meal out and quite a few drinks on that day as well. But
yes.
yeah. Okay, so our weekly cost was £355.06.
So now we came up to tips.
A few tips, a few
Not
little tips
too
if you want
many.
to save money. So
Bus ticket at bus station as you can. That's what we said.
before,
Yeah.
you can book on Red Bus. It's very easy to do on Red Bus. But if you can, like in Cusco, we walked 25 minutes to the bus terminal to get a much cheaper price for a bus rather than booking on Red Bus.
And the biggest difference, the biggest rip-off we had, it was from Paracas to Nazca. Our bus was actually going to Arequipa, and they charged us the price to Arequipa, even that we were going
Stop
to
it like
Nazca.
halfway, yeah.
Yes, so keep an eye on that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot. I'd say book in person where you can buses.
Yes, and you can haggle. Make sure you.
Yeah. Okay, that's the next tip.
That's the next tip. Make
Next,
sure you do haggle.
Haggle with everything. I mean, unless there's like when we went to Cathedral Tour, it's got the price of the tour, or if you're in a restaurant, it's got the prices. But if there's no prices, they're offering you a tour, bus tickets, food, like tours, everything. I said tours, or little things you want to do, like buggy rides, stuff like that. Haggle constantly.
Yeah.
Because they are going to give you
Coke, chocolate
everything.
bar, everything.
Because they are going to give you the maximum big highest price and hope that you say yeah okay.
Yeah.
Which we've seen other tourists do. We were in Cusco and we saw a couple of girls booking a tour to Rainbow Mountain, and we were in the tour agency before and they said 60 per person, and we went in this other place and they're offering exactly the same. And, and they said to the girls, we'll offer you for 90, and they're like, yeah, okay.
And they're like, that's a real good price.
Yeah.
And we sat there thinking, no, it's not.
Yeah, but if that guy wasn't sitting there, we would have leaned over and said, go next door. Yeah. So they're always going to offer you taxis, most taxis, tours. They're going to offer you the highest possible they're hoping to get,
it's
and
like
hope you say yes.
Mancora for a 5-minute drive.
It wasn't a 5, it was a 2-minute drive.
2-minute drive, yeah. A guy wanted 15 sols, so like £3. And we said no, suddenly he dropped it like to 10, but
and we probably could have gone lower and lower and lower.
Yeah,
but everything.
We walked anyway because it was so close.
But if you haggle with anything, you will get a lower price.
Yeah, and
honestly.
that's their nature. They don't get offended or anything. Just haggle.
Just haggle with everything. So never accept the first price with tours or everything. That's probably the biggest money saving tip that you can have while in Peru.
And next tip is Menu del Dia. We said that in Colombia as well, and the same in Peru. Oh my god, they got so cheap.
So cheap.
The cheapest one we found for 6 sols, just over £1. Juice, soup, and main. They're great, but like we said, we ate them for lunch and breakfast quite a lot.
Yeah, but it's better say great value, and they'll fill you up.
Yeah,
so
and a little bit of salad, rice, some chips, some potatoes, whatever. There's different options. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely go for that.
Next one is use Collectivos.
Collectivos. So if you're not going for a long trip somewhere, if it's like 30 minutes, maybe an hour,
or
even
2 hours.
2 hours some places.
We went from Puno to the border,
which is
to
2.5
Bolivia,
hours,
and
we
we
got a
paid like
Collectivo.
13 sols, but
13
we saw
sols.
online on backpacking a Facebook page that someone was going with private for 500 sols.
For 3 people, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For 3 people.
So yeah, use Collectivos.
Collectivos, like
if you can, better than buses for short rides.
yeah. So like we're in Barranca.
They're very safe
And
as
to
well.
get to the site, you only pay a few sols. I mean, honestly, yeah, it's really good. Collectivos where you can to get everywhere. See if you can get a Collectivo first before anything else. But a Collectivo is like a minibus, like a minivan.
Minivan, which like just picks everyone up.
Yeah, picks
Yeah,
anyone
all
up.
the
And so,
locals,
yeah,
yeah.
so
And we
Collectivos.
never felt in danger on
No.
them. Very safe.
Our
And,
last tip is
if you can find hostels with breakfast or kitchen, in Peru we found, because we were staying mainly in private rooms, we barely had any kitchens, but we had a lot of breakfasts.
yeah.
The breakfast in Peru, it looked the same.
Nearly every hostel which we had included breakfast was the same. You have this weird triangle bread which is quite empty inside,
Yeah, bread roll.
and you have maybe
Jam and cheese.
or cheese, and that's it, and some fruit maybe,
Maybe, yeah.
and a smoothie possibly.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that'll get you started on the way.
Yeah, it's
And
a good start.
Exactly, a lot of hostels do offer breakfast included, so go for that. And as Kashi said, if you can get it with a kitchen as well, and just go to the supermarket, buy really cheap stuff, and cook for yourself, you will save money. So they're all our tips.
So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope he helped you.
Yes, hope you find
to
it
know
fun.
how much you will need. You know what sort of travelers we are. You can watch our videos, what sort of things we do and what we like, and you know how you are. If you would enjoy the things we do, or you wouldn't, or if you would want to do more things than we do, then you know that you need more money.
Exactly.
Simple. This is just because when we were planning our trip, we couldn't find anything like this.
For us, the couple.
For the couple, everyone was like single traveler, or it wasn't many couple travelers telling you how much they spent. So we thought we was gonna make this video just to help people like us to know how much money they need roughly.
So as I said, we did Colombia one before, so I'll post a link to the Colombia cost of travel up here if you're interested in that as well. But other than that, that is the end of this video.
Yeah,
so
hope you enjoyed it.
Hope you liked it. If you can, give it a like. If you want to subscribe to us, and then see our next video, which is our top tips for traveling Peru.
See you then.
See you then. Bye.